Hello everyone, welcome to Vidhigya Explained Series. Today's topic of discussion is Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. So why this topic was in news? This topic was in news because 5 permanent UNSC members, which is China, France, Russia, and United Kingdom and USA, pledged to prevent atomic weapons spreading and to avoid nuclear conflict. So here you need to know UNSC about UNSC. So UNSC is a organ of United Nations, and in UNSC there are 15 members. 5 members are permanent members and 10 members are non-permanent members. So these 10 non-permanent members are selected for the period of 2 years, and after that new non-permanent members will be selected, but 5 permanent members are there. So you need to remember the 5 permanent members of UNSC, and these are China, France, Russia, United Kingdom and USA. So nuclear non-proliferation of treaty. What is this treaty? So this treaty was signed in the year 1968 but came into force in year 1970. There are 190 members. India not a member of non-proliferation treaty. You have to remember this fact that India is not a member of this treaty. IAEA monitors the nuclear exploration. So this international agency known as International Atomic Energy Agency monitors the nuclear exploration as per the mandate of Nuclear Proliferation Treaty. Now, what are the objective of NPT? First objective is to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons and weapons technology. Second, to foster the peaceful use of nuclear energy and to further the goal of disarmament. And third, goal of achieving nuclear disarmament. However, only binding commitment, NPT is the only legally binding commitment in a multilateral treaty to the goal of disarmament by the nuclear weapon states. So these are the objectives that you have to remember, that most important objective is to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons and weapons technology. Now we need to know nuclear weapon state. So under the NPT, non-nuclear weapons under the NPT, nuclear weapon states are defined as those states that manufactured and exploded a nuclear weapon or other nuclear explosive devices before 1st January 1967. So you need to remember this cutoff date under the NPTs. So those countries which have exploded or manufactured a nuclear weapon or nuclear explosive before 1st January 1967 are considered to be nuclear weapon states as per NPT. So nuclear weapon states are United Kingdom, USA, China, France, and Russia. So basically P5, those permanent member, 5 permanent member of UNSC are nuclear weapon state. India, Pakistan, North Korea, Israel, and South Sudan are not member of NPT. However, North Korea signed the treaty but withdrew. But these India, Pakistan, Israel, and South Sudan did not even sign the treaty. So you need to remember which 5 countries are not part of NPT. Why India not part of NPT? So India has few arguments, few points, and on the basis of which India says India does not want to be part of the treaty. And the first point is discriminatory, and that's why India refused to sign. Discriminatory in a sense that those countries which exploded the nuclear technology, which manufactured and exploded the nuclear weapons, are before 1st January 1967 are considered to be nuclear weapon state, but those states which did this after 1967 are not considered nuclear weapon state. And India did its explosive test in 1974. That is why India says it is a discriminatory treaty and we do not want to sign. Number 2, selectively applicable to non-nuclear weapons and legitimize the monopoly of 5 nuclear weapon powers. So under this treaty, because P5, that is USA, UK, China, France, Russia, did their explosion before 1967, so they are considered to be nuclear weapon state, and this treaty legitimized them to be a nuclear weapon state. But those countries which did after 1967, this treaty does not give any legitimation to those countries. That's why India says it is selectively applicable. However, point 3, that is P5 can further go for nuclear testing, but non-nuclear weapon state cannot. So P5, again, those countries can go for further nuclear testing, but other countries cannot go as per this treaty. What are the challenges related to non-proliferation of treaty? The first challenge is failed in its disarmament process. So it was considered to be a device of Cold War. Cold War was an ideological war between the USA-led NATO alliance and Russia-led alliance, the pact known as Warsaw Pact. So it is said that it is a device catered to the need of the World War. However, it also failed in the disarmament process. And other challenges, system of haves and haves not, as we have discussed, that P5 countries can have nuclear weapon and other countries cannot have nuclear weapon, and no explicit obligation on nuclear weapon state to reduce their arsenal. The NPT does not mention any explicit obligation on nuclear weapon state, that is P5, to reduce their arsenal. And number 4, does not set any new standards and norms. So NPT does not set any new standards and norms to reduce the nuclear weapons or for the disarmament targets. So what is the need? So nuclear technology is important for nuclear energy. The countries are looking to move away from fossil fuels, and they are relying on new technology, green technology, and they are also relying on nuclear energy for their electricity consumption and for their energy need. So there is need to reconcile with countries' need of nuclear energy. Number 2, nuclear technology must be shared only for the purpose of nuclear energy. So the countries which have this nuclear technology capability should not share with other countries for manufacturing of nuclear weapon. However, it should only be shared for manufacture of nuclear energy. And also another suggestion is regions should enter into nuclear free weapon regions so that they can like coordinate with each other in case they have nuclear weapons, and they can go for disarmament. So it's time for G quiz on the basis of our discussion. Question number 1, which of the following is not a nuclear weapon state as per NPT? Your options are India, China, Russia, and France. Correct option is India, because India did its exploration and explosive test after 1967. Question 2, in which year NPT came into force? Options are A 1967, B 1968, C 1969, D 1970. The correct option is 1970. The NPT was signed in the year 1968, but it came into force in 1970. Third question, due to which of the following reasons India not signing NPT? Option A, NPT is discriminatory treaty. NPT legitimized the monopoly of nuclear weapon states. C, India does not have nuclear weapon. Option D, both A and B. And the correct option is both A and B. Option C is wrong because India does have nuclear weapons. Question 4, what is the cutoff date for becoming nuclear weapon state as per NPT? Your options are January 1st, 1967, January 1st, 1968, January 1st, 1970. Option D, none of the above. Correct answer is January 1st, 1967. Which international agency monitors the nuclear exploration? Your options are UNSC, United Nations Security Council. It is a organ of United Nations. Option B, IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency. Option C, Nuclear Supplier Group. Option D, none of the above. The correct option is option B, that is International Atomic Energy Agency. So that's all for today's session. Stay logical with Vidhigya, your best pal in CLAT Preps. Thank you.